Hi everybody, this is Sara Kender with Sacred Tree Herbals. Just a little video here to talk about the course that's coming up through IPAK. It's called the Herbalist Perspective, an herbal journey through the systems. And it's one of these courses that I've emulated after my in-person course that I teach here through Sacred Tree Herbals. I'm located in New Hampshire. I've been doing this work for about 15 years. Teaching for just that long as well, 15 years of doing some type of herbal apprenticeship through my business and helping other people as well. I've been pretty exclusive on my own for about a decade or so, and this course is emulated pretty much after the in-person class. I structure it after the body system so we can match up herbs to the system of the body. I find it's the best way to teach not only about the herbs but also like contraindications and things like that you can run into, which basically means, herbs are powerful, and if people are on a lot of medications, you want to be mindful of the herbal interventions that you're using. And I oftentimes, people get so excited about using the plants that they'll oftentimes give them to another friend saying, this was so great, why don't you try that? And I just caution people because you don't know what they're on for medications or what they have for allergies, so we have to be mindful of that. But it is an exciting thing to find the herbs and start using them and then feeling better, and you do get excited. So and of course I get excited because I just love plants anyway. So you can see that I'm in my herbal apothecary right now. And in between customers, I'm trying to do this video to explain to you, how exciting it is to understand how to use the plants and how easy it is, especially if you have plants that grow around you, that you can harvest and use those plants for medicine. So I will be talking about a lot of different types of medicines in this course, again geared after the systems of the body. The first class will be on the digestive system, so we'll go soup to nuts what the system is and how it works, and then what plants I use for different maladies. I'm going to talk about essentially things like SIBO and IBD, IBC, the IBS genre. Nothing too crazy, something very, things that are very simple. A little bit about Crohn's and colitis mostly. I'm not really going to get into celiac, so just so you know, that's an autoimmune digestive disorder. And then the next class is going to be about the heart and circulatory system. Of course, this is a 15-week class on Wednesdays, and you'll get an hour lecture each week for 15 weeks, and then a Q&A at the end. So heart and circulatory, I'm going to go into basic issues that people have with heart and circulatory issues, what the risk factors, and what interventions you can use. Not only herbs, but I will talk a little bit about supplements and the things that I have found that are successful in helping people with their imbalances. The next one is going to be the immune system. So we're going to talk about all different types of herbs and supportive herbs for the immune system during cold and flu season, keep you healthy, things that are safe for kids as well. I'll talk to you about the things that I do with my family and my clients and my customers, and the things that I've used with success, and really conveying the experience here that I've had. And I will talk about COVID. Lots of stuff you can do for COVID, lots of prevention. I'm sure a lot of you are very cognizant about those things, the quercetin and the zinc. But I've actually formulated a tea using a lot of really powerful antiviral herbs that, it just knocks out a COVID, and actually is really good for the flu too. So we'll talk about that. And then the following week is going to be about the endocrine system, which will be a 3-part class. And so we're going to do, the first part is the PMS, menopause, and women's reproductive health. I'm going to go into, herbs that will help with all those issues. The women's reproductive health, or we'll talk about ways that women traditionally have used herbs for contraception as well, so we can really start empowering ourselves with how we can use the plants and stay out of the system. If that's really what you're into, we can create our own systems this way. I will talk about PCOS and fertility issues. And then I'm going to go into herbs for men, so menopause and herbs for men. The next course is going to be about the nervous system. That's also a 3-part course. We'll really get into insomnia, and then addressing anxiety and depression, and then natural approaches to pain and inflammation. The next one is going to be the respiratory system. So we will talk about asthma, COPD, risk factors for those, and things that you can do every day to help with lung issues. And there's so many pectoral herbs that are wonderful for lung health. I'm a long-time sufferer of asthma, and I absolutely use herbs daily to help strengthen my lungs. And I'll give you a few other pointers in regards to asthma, especially since I've had to deal with asthma since I was 3. So it really has a lot of allergy component to it. So we'll talk about that. Then I'm going to really get into Lyme disease. Lyme disease is endemic in the Northeast, and I have a lot of really wonderful interventions for Lyme that I've used myself. I have had Lyme since about 2008, and I've had, hundreds of customers and clients that have had asthma. I've helped a lot of people find the herbs and supplements that can, best address Lyme within them, because Lyme is the ultimate imitator. Lyme is very much, it's a lot like COVID, where it really capitalizes on your imbalances, so we can really support you and specifically what you need, and then drive out those spirochete as well. And then I'm going to go into, it's called All Things Topical, and it's all about salves and lotions and creams, and you can make your own stuff. Really important, your skin is your largest organ. You take in your environment through your skin. It's also a way that we detoxify. So what you eat can go on your skin, so you shouldn't be using these chemicals on your skin, because your liver has to deal with that eventually. So if you can't eat it, it shouldn't go on your skin. And we'll talk about all the things that I make in the shop and how to make basic salves and lotions. And then we'll talk a little bit about syrups. I sell a lot of syrups, and syrups is basically like a tea, but you're simmering it like a soup, and then we're adding honey, and I usually add alcoholic extracts to preserve it, but the extracts make them stronger. So we'll talk about, the basic plan on how to make those, and then I'll talk about the things that I make here in my shop. And then I'm going to go over essential oils. Essential oils is a big, huge topic for a lot of people. Essential oils are specific parts of the plants, and I'm finding out there that it's kind of scary what's happening with essential oils and people taking them internally and things. So I'm going to talk about my perspective on essential oils and what I think is the best way to approach the use of essential oils, how you can use them safely, and what some of the companies are doing out there that I feel is unsafe. So that's essentially the class, 15 weeks of herbal bliss for you to enjoy, and I hope to see you in class.